Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and I'm bringing you guys random podcast number 113 because why not? That's right guys, there's nothing truly more impressive to cast and commentate than a random pub because I don't know what's going to happen, you don't know what's going to happen. There's some pocket strats that have been getting thrown around recently and we get to see some of those get played out before it hits the meta. Oh man, we're so meta, we're like so meta that we're before the meta. It's like metaception. It's like superception, or okay, metaception sounds good. Anyway, all on aside, my shenanigans aside, like I said, we're going to be casting a random pub, so we won't know what's going to happen. We got some OD Omniknight shenanigans getting picked up with Skywrath Mage. I've seen a few games of Skywrath Mage get played, and Skywrath Mage has been doing a fantastic job as far as countering, so to speak, people like OD and people like Omniknight. So we'll see how well this works out. I mean, I don't have much hope. I don't have much hope for the unfortunate offlane Omniknight. Actually, no, it's going to be support Omniknight because that Beastmaster will be playing offlane, but I don't have a ton of hope for the Omniknight, but he will be a support in this game, and Dazzle, that's a lot of heal, that's a lot of sustain. I'm going to be very surprised if we don't see an Enchantress on the side of the Radiant, but this is a pub. There's no super true team strats. It's kind of like, hey, let me pick the hero I want to play. Let me play Meepo today and see how this works out. So we'll see how these teams decide to play themselves. And we got a Spectre. Wow, the Radiant squad though. They got themselves a Nature's Prophet, the Invoker, so they have some global presence. They got Skywrath Mage, who's one of the newer supports that people are starting to play around with. I started noticing that in the last few games that I saw. We also got ourselves a Spectre and an Enchantress, which I think Spectre and Enchantress both equally need a lot of farm to carry. So we'll see how things pan out. But on the other side, we got a Zeus, nice little Omniknight OD combination plus a Dazzle. Not a lot of physical damage coming up from the Dire squad, so they might be subject to getting beat down by not having enough physical damage, but we'll see. I mean, BKB will counter everybody. We'll just see how this game goes out. Like I said, we're gonna be here seeing things randomly happen. And speaking of random, let me go and do introductions while I got the time to do it. Starting off on the side of the Radiant, we have this Nature's Prophet being controlled by ONIR, playing that Prophet. Moving on to the Invoker, we have Meow. Not Meow Meow, but just Meow, playing that Invoker. We got Stan King, not Sand King, but Stan King, playing that Skywrath Mage, throwing at them Arcane Bolts already at that 4K player. Lols, JK. Meanwhile, we have Spectre being controlled by Akul. That's like my name, but with the A in front of it and without the blue at the end, so just Akul. And on this Enchantress, we have ourselves twitch.tv/Soil Dota, or Soil Dota. Man, I feel like I'm butchering that, but hey, who cares? Because we got a Zeus on the other side. That's ILL playing that Zeus. Omniknight being controlled by the one and only DA. That's right, Dat Astral. Speaking of Astrals, OD is being controlled by the one and only All Things Must Pass, playing the Outworld Devourer. Beastmaster being controlled by a 4K player, and oh man, Enchantress walked into a very bad spot, drops out the heal. I don't know if it'll be enough. She's getting slowed massively. That boar might be able to get the last shot. Looks like nope, the heal's coming out too strong. They don't have enough right click, but they actually almost got her down. Force Enchantress to get that level 1 heal though is not the best of things. She does heal up a ton because of it, but still is going to be really crappy for her to actually go in jungle. And a Judgment Iron build, she's going to be trying to go for the jungle. She has a Sentry Ward already in her inventory, so she can go ahead and get rid of those camp blocks. And she will be hanging out down at the bottom, but having that level 1 heal, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough life, tough game. Anywho, continuing on with the introductions, before also rudely interrupted by Murder. 4K player playing that Beastmaster, and we got Dazzle being controlled by the one and only Fupa. And Fupa getting some nice little pop shots off on top of the Enchantress, who was forced to go for the heal, so that's a lot of right-click damage coming her way. She actually might be going down. Beastmaster has that, he only has the boar and the hog, does not have the axes. It looks like the whole entire bottom lane, they're just gonna run away, you know, just don't want to die. Don't want to die. Stan King does not want to be the king of death. Not this game. Not today. Not today. Moving to the top lane, we got the Nature's Prophet going versus the OD Omniknight combination. Basically like peanut butter and jelly, the new IO Wisp, or Tiny Wisp combination. Speaking of Tiny Wisp combination, we got some damage coming through. Stan King might be in a little bit of trouble. Dazzle, he does get blasted into the ground, and Enchantress able to get that first blood, getting them levels going her way. If she can actually kill this boar, she might be able to, yep, she will level up. And she can actually start jungling now because she will finally have a pointed enchant. And now Skywrath Mage is going to go ahead and suicide so he can get back into the lane a little bit faster, get that full heal for 5 seconds. It's like a 5-second TP. Just going to smack to the ground, so losing a little bit of gold, but hey, he spent all his armor reliable, so he didn't lose a ton. Speaking of losing things, this top lane, Nature's Prophet, he should be able to harass Omniknight a little bit with those treants, but he does have to be very careful because he will be still feeding XP and gold towards his enemy side. And going back to the middle lane, we got Meow on that Invoker going versus the Zeus. I do think historically Invoker wins this fight because Zeus has absolutely no escape. Like we see right now, Zeus is pretty much getting bullied away because Forest Spirit OP, please nerf. It will be dying to the tower though. But yeah, for the most part, Zeus not going to have the best of times. Like I said, historically, Invoker has been able to kill the Zeus because Zeus doesn't really have that many escapes. And I've seen a few Zeuses play really aggressive versus an Invoker. It's usually not a good idea. But in turn, Invoker's still very squishy, so he might be able to die. Speaking of dying, though, we got Dazzle in a lot of trouble, has no Shallow Grave, has a heal available, drops a heal, unfortunately doesn't really catch anything, except for himself, and he does officially die. Now we got Zeus running down bottom, Haste Rune is available, he's gonna be able to drop them Arc Lightnings, bro. He's gonna be able to drop that last Arc Lightning, get himself a kill on top of Skywrath Mage. They're gonna go for a kill on top of Spectre, who's actually a little bit trouble. Beastmaster has no boar available for another 30 seconds, so very unfortunate they didn't have anything extra, like maybe an axe or a boar, but this Beastmaster going to be going full push. He has no true intention of going for them axes. They're a little too wild for his liking. So to speak. Moving back on mid though, Zeus getting that kill is going to help him get back in touch with his inner Invoker. Invoker 10 entire denies. Basically just as many denies as Zeus has last hits. And speaking of last hits, Zeus taking some last hits to the backside. That Forest Spirit going to tank up some tower damage, and Invoker going to just casually walk away. Because he's OP, he knows that he doesn't need to be nerfed, because he is right where he needs to be, according to some pro players. But like I was saying, Zeus getting that kill down bottom definitely helps him out a lot. He did spend time out of lane, so he needs to be very careful about it as far as getting picked off, because Invoker is still a higher level, which means that he has the better spells, so to speak. But Zeus, he finally got the 1 point of his Lightning Bolt. He will be able to keep in touch, close to the Invoker. Hopefully things won't go too terribly bad for him. Because I think this game is really going to rely on how hard Zeus can snowball, because that OD is going to need some space, because all this Spectre, Nature's Prophet, Enchantress nonsense is going to make OD have a little bit of trouble, a little bit of a hard time until he gets his big attack speed items up, so he can actually be the spinning ball of death that he truly wants to be. I guess OD doesn't spin much, he's just like, there, out there, devouring. Maybe he loves food, I don't know. I'm not really sure what OD devours. Maybe he devours... I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so moving back on into everything else outside of Twitch chat. Hi Twitch chat, you guys are awesome. Going back into the game, Nature's Prophet heading on top. One thing I want to talk about is a lot of people have been running Prophet up top lane, and the common strategy is to basically use the treants to body block and just get some last hits. But looks like, oh man, Prophet's gonna be a lot of trouble. We got the board plus Dazzle showing up. Prophet ain't gonna be able to make it this one unless he can TP out fast. Looks like he is gonna be trying to run away, taking quite a bit of damage. Has a tangle available, cannot find a tree. He will be able to walk into the trees and die very peacefully. OD does get that kill though. And there goes that nice little OP ability coming up from Omniknight. Of course, it is purgeable, and what makes it really unfortunate is that there's no natural diffusal blade builders. I guess Spectre. Spectre's a natural diffusal blade builder, but she probably doesn't want one. Probably prefers something like a Radiance instead. But if she can get herself a diffusal, that'll help out a lot. I think Prophet might be forced to get a diffusal blade too. Not the worst of choices for Nature's Prophet, but there are definitely better choices, especially if you want to push. Mjolnir way better for pushing. And sometimes you can have a little bit of fun going for the crit. I've seen a few Prophets go for crit, saying that it helps out the push just because they can do more damage. But I'm still all for the Mjolnir. I mean, all for the Mjolnir if Prophet wants to continue the push. We'll see as he progresses along. Speaking of progressing along, we got Zeus dropping a lightning bolt. Skywrath Mage is going to be in the worst of spots, eating the axes to the side, and he does officially go down. Beastmaster picking up that kill. 4K player, showing that he is a little bit more than 4K, maybe 4.1K. So that way Sky knows his place in the ground. That's right, or in the sky, depending on how you want to look at it. Rotations coming on top lane. Enchantress hanging out in the top lane, getting a little bit of farm, but she needs to be a little bit careful. Nice little shockwave coming out from that Sator Tormentor. But we got Prophet around the corner. Prophet can actually rotate in and try to help them go for a kill on top of Dazzle. Dazzle going to be regretting his decision here in a few seconds. Omniknight around the corner though, he can show up. Prophet has a sprout, and that's really about it. A lot of treants coming through. Meanwhile, Beastmaster does die around the corner. But going back into the top lane, Prophet getting some more treants to just continue to push these guys back. Sunstrike from Invoker going to hit. Oh, it hits. Oh, the shockwave not fast enough. Unfortunate that travel time. A little OP, but Dazzle able to survive because of Omniknight heal. Meanwhile, we got OD and crew going to be able to turn on top of the Prophet, who has a Sprout here in another few seconds, and Chance is going to be going down to that Zeus ulti. And now we got more heals coming out to the Dazzle. Shallow Grave as well. Prophet has not a chance. He's going to be forced to TP out of here. OD eats a tree and lets him go away and actually astrals himself. Very unfortunate. Meanwhile, whoever that was, Dazzle getting murdered by a Sator Tormentor. And some creeps. and OD having the best of time right now. Type some characters in the all chat, because you know that's how you do. Just as mannered as you possibly can be. Alright, bottom lane Spectre has been getting some relatively safe farm for herself. 37 last hits, no deaths, 3 assists to her name, so she's actually been doing pretty well. Meanwhile, mid lane we got Zeus going to be going down. We do see his body lay down on the ground. Prophet TP'd in just to help out, and that can actually convert this into a push. Dazzle pinging in the tower saying, hey bro, need help, help please. And they're going to go ahead and go for the tower push. Prophet with the tree, and Skywrath Mage shows up as well, just the boot. Just maybe throw a silencer or slow. Maybe they can get a conversion kill on top of that. Beastmaster is around the corner, not level 6 just yet. 4K player, what can you do, bro? They're going to ping the Prophet. They want to go for the kill. And I think this will be a little bit too deep for Dazzle to dive into. The board does come out, so there's the Hawk and Skywrath Mage. Oh no, Skywrath Mage is going to get caught out. He tries to run the other way, but looks like the damage will be going to him. He cannot run from the damage. Now we got Enchantress coming in, throwing out the javelins, throws out the heal as well. Spectre drops her ulti. They're going to find the kill on top of the Beastmaster. They will be able to get the kill. Oh no, Shallow Grave from Dazzle is going to delay it quite a bit. Meanwhile, Zeus trying to run away. We got somebody taking quite a bit of damage. Omniknight, he goes down. Beastmaster, he's going to be falling in a second. Does go down to the Zeus's ability. Now Zeus gives himself a nice little ulti, getting some more damage dealt on top of everybody else around the corner. It looks like they got themselves a kill on Spectre for a kill on top of the Beastmaster. Definitely worth it. And now Enchantress getting himself a kill on top of the Dazzle. So overall, fantastic trade. In my honest opinion, it's almost a wash until Dazzle died. I think if they would have got Beastmaster Omniknight dead for Spectre, it would have been definitely even, because Spectre has not been bothered too much. But the gold exchange showing you that it was a little bit more favorable coming out for the Radiant squad, because they did still lose the Spectre, but they did get 3 people for it. So I guess getting that Dazzle plus the Omni and the Beastmaster made it worth it. Otherwise they would have definitely lost value in that fight. Speaking of value, let's go and take a look at the items on the map, because Spectre, she reality'd in, which means that she has to earn the shadows, and yes she does. Cool, going for that standard Spectre build. And Omniknight on the other side, I'm interested to see what he builds, because I'm expecting a Soul Ring, but I don't see one yet. Maybe he has one flying out. Or nope, it's KK Courier just doing things. Courier just getting some wards. Alright, cool. So Omniknight buying some wards, because that's what he does. He's all about seeing where everybody is. Meanwhile, speaking of seeing things, Invoker on the other side, he's working on a Dome of Endurance, has himself a full hand, and might have finished up. They are pinging on top. They are pinging on top of the Zeus. Skywrath Mage actually wants to go for a kill. I don't know if Zeus is going to be that close to actually get killed by these two. Meanwhile, top lane Enchantress, she's working on, looks to be a Dragonlance first. No Drum of Endurance for her. She's going to let Invoker get that drum. She's got herself a casual bracer for some more XP, or for some more HP. Zeus has a Soul Ring, so Bloodstone likely to be one of his first big pickup items. And Beastmaster on the other side, he has a Iron Talon working on what looks to be his first piece of a Necro. And I think that's more or less about it as far as we can tell. OD's working on Jump 2. So we see transitions happening. We see people building things that we would kind of expect to see them build. The only outlier in this specific situation is that Enchantress is not going to be going for the full Drum of Endurance. She is instead going to be going for the Dragonlance next, but looks like she's going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Drops out the heal, and Skywrath Mage trying to throw a slow. Here's Spectre dropping her ulti. Will they be able to go for it? It's a big question. Spectre shows up. They're going to go for the turnaround on top of Omni. Omni going to get hit with the Shallow Grave, plus the heal. So much regen coming from this guy. And OD going to get hit with a nice little ability. He's going to continue to run away, though. Spectre and his crew, Sunstrike from Invoker, going to miss completely. Dazzle keeping them healed up, and they're going to be able to survive. Too much sustain for these guys. They're going to go for the dive. No, they're not going to commit. Instead, they're going to back away. Spectre drops out the dagger, catches the Beastmaster on the side, who has his ulti available. So I think if he was able to get in the range, they would have dropped that ulti on top of Spectre, definitely, and went for that kill. But looks like that is not going to be the case for them. Instead, both sides just kind of forced to lick their wounds and walk away. A lot of mana resources lost, and a little bit of HP loss on top of the Spectre for the Radiant, and a lot of HP loss inside of the Dire, plus a few abilities used up. But, that's a game of Dota. It's all about the war of attrition, not necessarily about the war of just flat out winning. Unless you're just that good, like me. Obviously. JK. Alright, calm down. CulBlu's not that great at Dota. Fine, whatever. I'll admit it. Anywho, moving on to the top lane. Top lane going to get pushed up. DA, Fupa, and also All Things Must Pass are going to try to get themselves a kill on top of this top tower. Enchantress is going to be the first one to show up to help. I don't know if we have any more TPs on supports, but we better. It looks like Radiant have Prophet with the TP. He also can TP on normally. And they're not going to go for that instead. We got Prophet and Skywrath Mage going for some shenanigans on the backside. Prophet going to be taking some damage and losing some mana too. And he's going to TP out now if he can. Looks like he's not going to be able to. OD just sapping all that mana. 8 intelligence stolen from his enemies. That being Nature's Prophet.
Dire's bottom tower is in turmoil.
And yeah, so Skywrath Mage is going to go ahead and come forward, drops out the bolts, and there's a slow Invoker. Sunstrike going to hit, and it looks like the damage coming out from Skywrath Mage might be enough. He throws out Silence too. The damage amplification, will it be enough? Skywrath Mage diving all the way forward. He does get the kill, but unfortunately he loses his life at the same time. Zeus did get the XP for that one, so Zeus does technically win out, but Skywrath Mage got quite a bit of gold for killing the mid. Somebody who's way higher level than he is. Sunstrike from Invoker definitely helping out on that kill. Meanwhile, top tower going to be getting beat down by the Radiant squad, Invoker plus Enchantress. Gonna go ahead and push that one in. And bottom lane, that's OD, still casually building out whatever he wants. Working on that Drum of Endurance. Dazzle. Oh, Dazzle working on ooh, what is that? Trying to think, is that a medallion? So Dazzle working on a medallion, I think. Maybe that'll be fun. Don't know if Dazzles traditionally go for Tornado 6, but that could be a thing. And oh man, Prophet going for the best strategy ever. Heck yeah, let's do some cliff jungling. Yeah. Look at this efficiency. Bam. If Zeus ultis right now, Prophet will be more than dead. He'll be like depressed and dead. But eventually he'll kill these guys. He's just gonna stand there. Look at him. Look at him. That damage. That's like yeah, there you go. Yeah, boom. Bam. In the face. Bam. Boo. Sorry, this is the most boring thing in the world, I agree. Anyway, Prophet gonna do some cliff jungling so he can go and get his farm, whatever. Let him get his farm how he can. Moving down to the bottom lane, more interesting things. OD and his bro Omni, the best of bros, crusading across the map to bring intelligence to nobody because OD keeps stealing it. But that's not the point. They'll have a lot of fun rotating around, trying to get as much farm as they possibly can on top of OD. And I swear, I want to see a game where this is like legit Tiny Wisp versus Omni OD. I think Tiny Wisp will still rack their faces, but I mean, it's Omni OD. Like Omni just needs to throw a repel, and that's basically GG on top of every single kill. Now, speaking of GG on top of every single kill, they're going to be able to get themselves a kill on top of Stan King. Stan King, he will be going down. He will be standing down as far as his life goes. You know, the whole being dead part. And Omniknight versus Enchantress is also interesting too, because I think Enchantress is untouchable. It does not affect you. I don't think it affects you at all whenever you're magic immune. So what that means is that she can still get wrecked pretty dang hard. She can get wrecked pretty dang hard because of that OD and his right clicks. I mean, just one steals all of her intelligence, steals all her mana, and 2 just basically plays with the fact that she doesn't have no life. And speaking of having no life, we got Zeus. He's gonna be having no more life anytime soon. He does go down. Skywrath Mage still on top of Omniknight, making sure there's no more engagement. Omni just committing his repel to that OD. Another courier comes out. It drops off an item. OD working towards what looks to be a thing. That's going to be Rod of Atos. Coming up from OD. It's going to give him the extra intelligence. It's going to give him some extra HP. And OD's practically one-shotting creeps. That's pretty cool. That bonus damage though.
Dire's bottom tower is in turmoil.
Alright, so moving over to the rest of the things happening at bottom. Dire, oh man, oh, we got Beastmaster, drops the roar. There's gonna be a beautiful roar, and now a cool, he might be going down, takes the damage from Zeus, and dies with it. Now 4K player taking some damage from the Enchantress, and Enchantress is gonna be running as fast as she possibly can. Beastmaster right on her tail. He has a wild axis available. I don't think it'll be nearly enough damage to kill her though. That's only level 1. It's gonna go and continue to run away. Meanwhile, on top lane, we got Invoker trying to man up. He might be going toe to toe with that Omniknight. I think he's gonna go for the damage top of OD. Knows that OD has not much mana, so not really much of a threat. Up. As soon as I say that, OD just generates more mana. Just wins the mana lottery. RNGesus is with him with that Arcane Orb. Oh, sorry, with that Essence Aura. Meanwhile, Prophet and Skywrath Mage are gonna go ahead and just farm up some more. Skywrath Mage trying to get the next level, and Prophet, he's trying to build his next big item, which is gonna be a Hand of Might. No, Melnir. Alright, so he is going to be going for the Melnir. He is going to be trying to push his lanes out. No Hand of Might is a little bit too late for that. Also has a little bit too much gold for that, to be honest. If we're going straight for that Maelstrom, is going to help him out a lot. As far as being able to push out the lanes. And overall just make OD's life a living hell, because at the end of the day, the Radiant squad is relatively mobile as far as how they can push. Like, they can have Enchantress pushing one lane, they can have Prophet pushing another lane, Invoker can do some pushing of his own. Whereas on the Dire squad, I mean, they can blow you up really fast because of Zeus and OD. But at the end of the day, their supports are not really that great as far as pushing back waves. I mean, Dazzle can heal, Omniknight can heal, but it's not really all that effective as far as continuously pushing back waves. And when it comes to, oh no, before we talk about it, we got Enchantress. She's going to be getting scouted out, taking quite a bit of damage, does go down, drops her heal, but for what, at what cost is what they say right now. You know, Spectre going to be the next target, going to try to run himself away, does get scouted out by the Zeus ability. Thunderbolt going to be dropping here in another few seconds. They do ping in the right spot, and she needs to TP out as soon as she possibly can. The vision is there, and they do go for the damage. Omniknight dropping the heal. There goes the last right click. Spectre does go down officially, and everybody gonna be having a nice little party over the body of Spectre. Oh, and the Dire's Courier dies. Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit going the way of a Radiant. I mean, Dire's Courier going down is a big deal. It's a nice pick off coming out from, I think, Prophet. I think Prophet might have killed that.
Dire just fortified their structures.
Yeah, Prophet, he did in fact go for the Maelstrom. Meanwhile, TP up top, we got a lot of TP rotations coming in. Stan King on that Skywrath Mage has a smoke of the seed, might be able to use it to run out of here. I was gonna go ahead and take the long route, while Invoker, he walks the other way. Dropping some Force Spirits and getting some right clicks, because why not? I think Alacrity is what, Cost and Exort? So that gives you bonus damage with each point of Exort. No man, before we talk about that, Dazzle just dies. Yeah, Dazzle gets blasted into the ground. I think Skywrath Mage was able to claim that kill. Meanwhile, Spectre taking some damage. Beastmaster and Spectre having the best of times right now. Beastmaster dropped the roar. Looks like Spectre's going to be going down. Oh no! Oh no! You don't want your Spectre to be dying like that. That is an unnecessary death. And Spectre's sitting at, what, I think 4 deaths by now? Yeah, Spectre's sitting at 4 deaths is definitely not a good situation to be in. Especially considering the fact that her net worth is not going to be that close at all to OD. And she really needs to be toe-to-toe with OD. I did say before that everybody on the side of the Dire squad can be countered by BKBs. But you kind of gotta make it to that stage. I think the Radiant squad, they'll peak a lot later than the Dire squad will ever dream to. But as far as the Dire squad, they're starting to reach their peak. They'll probably reach their peak maybe 20-25 minutes into the game because of the fact that they have an OD who snowballs, because they have a Zeus who snowballs, and Beastmaster. Beastmaster's roar was going to change a few fights, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the late game, Prophet, Invoker, Spectre, and Enchantress actually, they can all scale way better. They just got to make it to that stage. Towers have been traded evenly, and gold graph is not too terribly out of control. The Radiant actually have about a 3k gold advantage, despite the fact that they are down in kills. So that shows me that they have better map control, and they also have better farm on their heroes. XP shown, more or less the same picture. Just a slight bit better farm coming out on the Radiant, slight bit better levels coming out for supports. And the kill counter is relatively even for this point in the game. So we'll see what the Dire does to make sure that they get their advantage and keep it too. Meanwhile, top lane. Oh no, sorry, top lane we got Dazzle dying again. I didn't realize he was getting murdered. But yeah, Dazzle getting murdered up top by the Invoker plus the Skywrath Mage. Not really much he can do. He did get hit with the Sun, so not a whole ton of not a whole ton of things you can do about that one. Speaking of doing things about that one, Invoker going to be dropping the Sunstrike, going to be able to scout him out. And Spectre Dagger does come out from the Spectre. They drop the Zeus ulti, try to see where everybody's at. They should be able to get the kill on top of Roach, but they will lose the top tier 2 tower. So they're going to go ahead and trade an objective for an objective. That'll be fine. OD will be able to survive the next fight though. So it's going to be a little bit hellish for the Radiant to push into the high ground. No TPs available inside of the Dire squad with the exception of Dazzle, but he's already dead, so that's going to suck a lot. A lot of tower damage is going to be expected to come here to this top tower. Tier 3 tower, fortified, going to be forced out immediately. Dazzle dropping that negative armor preemptively, dropping the heal too, and everybody's going to be forced to back away. I guess they're expecting the TPs, but they don't see them yet. Looks like everybody will TP out safely. OD has a Blink Dagger available, and oh, that's a big item. OD has a Blink Dagger, Invoker has a Blink Dagger, Enchantress has a Dragonlance working on her Aghanim Scepter. Spectre's working on her Diffusal Blade, so she is going to invest in that Diffusal gaming. Try to make sure that she can actually go toe-to-toe with the OD once he does get that stupid Repel on him. Just get the Repel off, that'll give her extra damage. Like I said, Spectre's a pseudo-natural Diffusal Blade builder. I say pseudo-natural because, I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, most Spectres nowadays build the Radiant, or Earns Drum's Radiance. They don't necessarily go into the Diffusals anymore. But Urn's Drum plus Radiance and and Manta Style is usually the primary build for Spectre. But deviating a little bit and going for a Manta, or going for a Diffusal Blade and then going for a Manta when the situation calls for it, it's perfectly fine, perfectly okay. You know, middle tower does go down, Invoker gonna be able to blink out of that one. Medallion of Courage was picked up by Dazzle, so I did call that correctly. Whoop! And top tower does go down officially for the Radiant squad, so Dire gonna be evening out this gold graph. Actually, when I say evening out, I mean, you know, kind of pushing it their way a little bit. Speaking of pushing things away, we got Fupa on that Dazzle. He does go down. Now we got Skywrath Mage dying as well. This is gonna be a nice, nice ability to throw on top of Meow. Meow will be dying. And Dazzle not really happy about how many times he's been getting killed by the Skywrath Mage. Oh man. Oh man. Actually, Invoker got that kill, so. Alright, coming around the corner, we got ourselves a Nature's Prophet. He's gonna be able to TP out of there. So nothing truly bad is happening to him. Top lane is going to continue to get pushed. Diffusal Blade fully finished up for Spectre. Oh no! We just might see an OD die a few times here. Has the Aegis available, so it will be an okay time for him to actually get dove on. Looks like Spectre's going to drop the ulti. They're going to go for the Beastmaster. Beastmaster might be the one who got. No, they're going to go for Omniknight. The Diffusal goes through, and DA is officially useless, and he's dead as crap. That's right, he's dead as F. Might as well DAF, and then denied the mid tower. So gets a kill on Omniknight. They reveal the fact that they have a Diffusal Blade on Spectre, but I think that was expected, to be completely honest with you. And they will have a Diffusal Blade level 2 eventually on her, but she'll probably work towards that Manta Style next for extra damage output and extra stats for her illusions. Meanwhile, Dazzle, he has the beginnings of a 4-staff. Beastmaster, he has a full Necro 3 plus a Vladimir's Offering, so he is ready. He's ready to go hunt and push. This is gonna be Aura Master here in a few moments. AC is gonna be probably his next big item. Moving to Enchantress, Aghanim Scepter almost finished up, about 500 gold away from that. Nature's Prophet actually building an Aghanim Scepter too. Surprises me a little bit, but I guess go for what you can. You know, Invoker has the Aghanim Scepter already finished up, and now I heard it. Radovato's getting used on top of Skywrath Mage. He's gonna take some damage. He might be able to survive. Oh no, he's basically alive, but you know he does officially go down. That Hawk vision, that Observer Vision, OP. Skywrath Mage almost able to juke around trees, but does not get rewarded for his efforts. And now, speaking of getting rewarded for his efforts, Spectre gonna be running away. Gonna get rewarded for her efforts of running as fast as she could. And now Odie's gonna eat a nice little dagger to the back. Has Aegis gonna be expiring here in a few seconds, so I guess it's okay. Top tower getting pushed. Prophet gonna do that split push thing. Oh no, the TP responding immediately. Zeus gonna show up here, drops the creep spam, or sorry, drop the arc lightning spam just to kill the creeps. We'll be able to successfully defend. Meanwhile, bottom tower gonna be taking some damage. And they're blinking for Invoker. Invoker blinking forward, trying to go for the kill on top of Zeus, but he does not find anything except for a death here in a few seconds. They do get the tower. Invoker going to be able to ghost walk out of this one. Now Enchantress don't have the right clicks. OD needs to be a little bit careful. He does officially go down. Oh, so that Aegis timing. Aegis time was about, what, 30 seconds off? 20 seconds off? So he does officially go down. Just use the Aegis because, I mean, there was no pressing fight for that. But they lost the tier 3, they lost the Aegis, and they also took the tier 2. So wasn't the best of trades in the world for the Dire and the Radiant. Still holding on to that gold graph. All things considered, the Radiant are technically up by, what, 4 towers now? So 1, 2, 3. So all 3 tier 2 towers and 1 tier 3 tower. So that means that, yeah, they're up by 4 towers, which the gold graph reflects at almost 100%. Almost 100%. They're about a 75k gold advantage. So all things considered, the Radiant, they do have the lead, sure, but it's not a huge lead by any stretch of the imagination. The net worth, as you see, Invoker and OD are going to be going back and forth on that continuously. And OD now has his first big item. It's going to be the Moon Shard, so he is going to be going for straight up attack speed. And for anybody wondering, like me, as far as the calculations, as far as if it's better for you to go for a Moon Shard, or is it better for you to go for something like a Sheep Stick or a Shiva's Guard? Of course, it depends on the situation, but overall, it's usually better to go for more attack speed on OD, because when it comes down to it, having more stats is not necessarily going to keep you alive all the time, and having a bigger hit on your damage is not really that big of a deal. If you can just attack faster, you're doing you're doing 2 things total to the enemy. 1, you're dealing a crap ton of damage to them, and 2, you're burning their mana. And burning the mana is probably one of the bigger deals, because a lot of people don't realize that everybody is mana reliant. Okay, maybe not everybody. I mean, maybe Phantom Assassin does really need mana, but still, at the end of the day, if you don't have much mana, a lot of the heroes can't really do anything. And in this specific game, I think Spectre's really the only one who can do stuff without mana. Enchantress, she definitely needs her mana. Invoker, he definitely needs his mana. Prophet needs his mana so he can do all his shenanigans. Maybe he doesn't need his mana immediately, but having mana is always useful. So being able to burn people's mana relatively quickly, plus gauge yourself some more damage for every right click you throw out, is definitely going to be more beneficial to him. So getting that Moon Shard is going to help out his attack speed, help him steal mana more efficiently, and just be a little bit more effective. I am expecting to see a Dragonlance get picked up next and followed by Boosted Travel. I don't know if it's going to be the biggest of deals for the OD, but speaking of which, damage coming on top of OD. Oh man, there's a Spectre dropping out the... oh man, the Purge comes through immediately. OD about to be going down, has no Aegis available, will be getting zapped to the ground. No, he blinks to the side, and they do find the Skywrath Mage ulti. They get the damage. Spectre able to get that kill. Nice play coming out from them. Skywrath Mage able to drop his ulti at the right spot at the right time. OD, the big Titan, is going to be going down. 13k gold going down just for losing to OD and an Omniknight. That is a huge hit to the Dire's offenses, because now OD's basically going to have to buy his own BKB. He can no longer rely on Omniknight because of the Diffusal Blade to come out from the Spectre.
Dazzle.
And she's working on Yasha as stated before. So we're gonna see another push. Prophet, he's probably gonna go push another lane while his team pushes this one. We'll see here soon. And oh, speaking of Prophet, he has a Blink Dagger now, so more mobility. So 2 Blink Daggers for 2 Blink Daggers. Both sides have 2 Blink Daggers apiece. We'll see how this comes out. Oh man, we got Invoker. Nope. Sorry, I lied. Not Invoker. Beastmaster throwing some nice little abilities. Speaking of abilities, Enchantress taking some damage. We'll be getting hit with the roar. There goes the ulti coming out from Zeus, and the right click coming out from the Beastmaster. Gonna be enough to get the kill on top of Enchantress. You know, Prophet ulti jumping through, helping him get some more creeps on the ground. And Roche coming back up in a minute according to the timer. So the power peak coming out for the Dire squad is officially over, I think, because Spectre has herself a full Diffusal Blade. She did not go for the Radiance Gaming. She is going to be going for the Manta style Dota, so we'll see that come up here very soon. But for the most part, her having the Diffusal Blade is definitely going to help them deal with the OD every single time. And actually, oh no, as soon as I say that, she actually finds the OD toe-to-toe with them. She will be going down, trying to run herself into the trees. She will be able to run to the side, but looks like OD's going to be able to find her. Trying to run herself around the corner, does officially go down. And a very unfortunate sense of pathing right there. OD and Outworld were waiting for that kill. They knew Spectre was working on defeat or Manta style. They knew that Spectre was going to be going towards the secret shop eventually, and she had no mana to do anything. Couldn't even drop an ult. It's a sad situation. Veil of Discord did get picked up by Skywrath Mage. That's a nice support end for him to get. Okay, I guess it makes Invoker's damage more useful. It makes him a little bit more tanky too, as far as the Skywrath Mage is concerned. Having extra armor coming up from that Veil. I'll move over to the Enchantress. She is working on. I hope she's not working on drums. She has these Dragonlance. She also has the Aghanim Scepter. We'll probably see her working to. I think some Enchantresses go for AC. Some also prefer to go for things like a Shiva's Guard. But we'll see. Or maybe Sheepstick. Sheepstick would be a nice item too. Invoker gets a kill on top of OD. OD taking the hit. And speaking of taking the hit, we got some more damage coming from Beastmaster. He's going to be forced to run away. 4k player might need to be a little bit careful. He's going to blink forward, find himself a roar. No, does not find the roar. Instead, Invoker's going to continue to run. Necro books are after him though. There's a nice little smoke to see he can use. Meanwhile, a kill happens on top of Zeus while we weren't looking. And we got Spectre. She got the kill for that one. She was going to be getting killed for her sins here very soon. Oh man, oh there's the damage. Oh, that's a lot of damage. And now we got Omniknight getting caught with the Sunstrike. Oh, the damage is massive. They do get the kill on top of Omniknight, and Zeus ulti did come through as well. Invoker is going to be the one to fall. Stand King all into that Skywrath Mage, trying to run as fast as he possibly can. Can't really do anything, but Enchantress coming in with the heal. Looks like the heal's not going to be there. And now she shows up all by her lonesome. Needs a BKB. Gonna regret her decision immediately. Regrets officially everything. And she's going to be taking all the right clicks from the backside. She does go down. Bambi will be getting fried for dinner. And the lightning going to be enough to get the kill. So overall, a nice series of kills. And now, oh man, Prophet getting a kill up top. It's like Prophet killing himself a solo Dazzle. And now Prophet's going to go and try to TP out of there. It looks like he's not going to be able to get out of there alive. Instead, he's going to take some damage. More right clicks coming through. He's going to TP out anyway because he's a baller. He won't make it out of this one though. Zeus lightning bolt's a little bit too impressive. Juking a little bit too much for that one. So he does officially go down. So overall, definitely an advantage going the way of the Dire. I don't see a reason why the Radiant would have an advantage. Even if they lost a lot of cores, the whole entire Radiant squad got wiped out. So definitely going to be showing a huge goal leap towards the Dire squad side. That said, the Radiant have been holding to a nice chunk of gold for quite a long time. So their net worth is sitting really high. So expect to see another dip here in a few seconds. Moving over to the actual levels, because I want to see how their supports are doing. All supports have level 2. Other ultis, so that's going to be good. And oh man, no, fight tapper on the side. Skywrath Mage, that Rod of Atos though. Heck, I think Skywrath Mage might want to buy a Diffusal too. Sunstrike coming through, they're going to see Roshan's getting done. Invoker dip it in here as fast as he possibly can. Smoking to Seek getting used too. They're going to go for his Force Spirit is going to be the first one to walk in. Now OD and Omniknight will be getting caught off. Spectre drops the ulti, immediately showing up. She can find the damage. Omniknight going to be the one that drops his ulti. Does not catch the OD in it. Now OD force about the BKB. Going to be still getting hit with the damage coming from Spectre. Spectre not going to be able to do enough. Changes her target. Going to go for the Dazzle instead. And Fupa going to be taking some damage. He will be able to stay alive because of Shallow Grave. He does make it out here alive. Now Spectre, she does go down as well. The last person alive is now officially the Nature's Prophet, who's pushing up top. And top tower, he will continue to push. Get whatever objectives you can, bro. Get whatever objectives you can. Your entire team just got wiped. Roshan's going to be getting beat down. I was expecting that fight to go the way of the Radiant, to be honest, because of the Diffusal Blade, but I mean, OD, he bought the BKB. He invested in the BKB. He knew he could no longer defend or depend on the Omni. So Omniknight, he dropped his own ulti just to make sure he can just be as big of a nuisance as possible. And OD popped his BKB and he was fine. So really well done. Nice adjustment coming out from the OD, knowing that he really doesn't want to, but he must buy himself a nice old BKB, classic BKB. So he now has boosted travel, so he can actually get in and get out of those fights, and just maybe split push a lane here or there. And GG well play coming out from the Invoker. I think he thinks it's pretty much over at this point. I don't know. I mean, Enchantress can kind of carry. Enchantress versus what they're facing is going to be good if they can keep enough control. I think a Sheepstick definitely needs to be picked up on Prophet or Invoker or Enchantress herself. But Invoker's going for an Octarine Core instead, so I don't know if we'll see that at all. Now we got Dazzle. Oh man, Dazzle's going to get blown up immediately. It's like he Force Staffs out just in time, so Fupa not gonna be playing them reindeer games. And speaking of playing them reindeer games, we got a courier gonna be going down. Prophet gets killed on top of that. Gonna be very satisfied with his purchase and walks away. So Dazzle will be able to make it a line, but they do lose a courier for it. So overall, a huge chunk of gold going the way of the Radiant because of that. Basically a tower. Zeus down bottom, working on an Octarine Core of his own. He did not go for the hold on, before I talk about that, we got Spectre showing up, drops some Manta Style as well. Zeus is gonna be able to walk away. Now we got more damage coming through. They do drop their ulti. They do see where everybody's at, and they do see the Invoker plus the Nature's Prophet walking out of there. Oh man, Beastmaster has a BKB now. Man, all right. So Radiant are starting to get countered by BKBs on their own. Speaking of getting countered by BKBs on their own, we got somebody getting caught out with the roar. That's gonna be Invoker. He's gonna be taking some damage. Oh, he drops himself a nice tornado though. He will be getting astroed up by the OD. He can think about his time. He might be able to blink out here in a second. But looks like he's not gonna be able to do it. OD's astro doing a little bit too much damage. Invoker does go down, and Beastmaster, beautiful play coming from him. I don't know if you guys caught that because I barely did, but Beastmaster dropped himself a nice little hawk. He flew the hawk over to where he wanted it to be, TP'd on the hawk, and showed up and just immediately killed, or helped his team get the kill on top of the Invoker, which is a huge pickup at this time in the game because Invoker's a big deal. I mean, he's working on Octarine Core for God's sakes. Speaking of Octo Cores, we got Nature's Prophet has an Octo Core of his own.
Pull roots and run.
We'll see how well this plays out for him. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of Octarine Core and Prophet. I mean, it's great if you have an Aghanim Scepter for your ulti. Sure, you can do a little bit more. You can get some more damage going, but it feels underwhelming to me. Speaking of underwhelming, we got somebody up top. Spectre going to be going down. Not enough survivability for her. She does get blasted into the ground. OD able to get that kill. Reclaiming his dominance, just peeing all over the place. Speaking of peeing all over the place, we got Enchantress showing up. Bambi trying to go toe-to-toe with these creeps. Not going to steal herself a Cardi, though. Actually, no, she does steal herself a Cardi. Cool. So she will be taking the Cardi, walking it around, just trying to see if she can get some extra siege damage on top of that tower. Every point of damage helps. And I honestly would like to see Enchantress get a Mithril Hammer too. I mean, maybe get a Melnair. I don't know if she'll be able to survive the right clicks, but she might be able to do something. Speaking of doing something, Omniknight, he ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Getting silent stuff, getting pretty much hit with all the pieces of damage. Working on a Glimmer Cape for his own so he can actually continue on. But we got pings coming through. Top tower, mid tower. Oh, Beastmaster coming in for the mid. They're TPing on top of the Hawk. They're going to go and blink forward. They find themselves in Nature's Prophet. They will immediately get the damage. BKB coming up from OD as well. I don't know if that was necessarily needed, but looks like he did drop it anyway. Invoker around the corner getting scouted out. So Skywrath Mage. They're going to be forced to back away. Looks like the whole entire team will retreat. They lost a Prophet and a Spectre technically. So huge losses going around for them. Meanwhile, Invoker Getting a little curious here. Might be going down. Needs to be careful. Don't want you to die, Invoker. Don't want you to die. And now, ooh, okay, that's Invoker, right? So I say the most YOLOest of blinks, though. Alright, so taking another look at the gold graph, we see that the net worth is showing that it's basically back at 0. XP is way in favor of the Dire. They did have a lot of more catching up to do than the Radiant did. And speaking of which, speaking of catching up, I think the net worth coming out from the OD is probably top of the line, but Invoker, yeah, it used to be Invoker and then OD was kind of going back and forth, but Invoker pretty much has no chance. Speaking of having no chance, we got Skywrath Mage trying to get some damage on top of the Dazzle. Dazzle trying to run away. The Tornado not going to be able to clip him. Instead, Spectre dropping the ulti just to get herself a nice little kill. So easy kill for her. Also some mana burns on top of everybody else, just doing as much damage as possible. Up, buttons. Things happening. Sorry. Phone's doing things. Ow, shoot. Sorry, I hit my finger. Don't worry guys, I'm okay. I'm okay. CulBlu survived. I'm alright. I'm alright. Anyway, Omniknight just jumping a few repels because hey, why not? OD just doing a little bit more damage. The boar is taking some damage. Zeus actually dropping his own ulti. I think he's trying to scout out where everybody is. Sees the Enchantress all by her lonesome. They might be able to try to TP up there and get it. And get that kill. We'll see where Beastmaster Hawk is. It's like Prophet throwing all his creeps. Prophet throwing out more treants and more treants. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. Invoker gonna send his 4 spears. So many units. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. And oh yeah, right. Prophet has an Octarine core, so they do have a huge overlap now. So it's a 26 second cooldown and lasts for 60 seconds as far as the treants is concerned. So that means that Prophet can basically throw out 2 waves. 2 waves every time he wants. And now we got Beastmaster coming forward. He drops a roar. Stan King will be the one to go down. I don't think he can do much to survive this one. Geometry Sight getting dropped too. So I'm going to be the one to carry that. Or not. There we go. Yeah, he drops the TP scroll. You know, Spectre and Invoker going to go ahead and just show up down bottom. They know for a fact that Geometry Sight did get dropped. So Beastmaster Roar definitely well worth it. Basically 700 gold loss plus whatever Skywrath Mage died for. So is it 1,100 gold loss overall? As far as value goes, because the Geometry Sight cost was Geometry cost 750 or was it? Oh, 900. Whoa, even more. Sorry, 1,300 gold loss. And Prophet not going to get scouted out. 4K player guessing in the wrong direction on that Beastmaster. And speaking of guessing in directions, I want to see how these items are progressing, see how right I was. Mage style fully finished up for the Spectre. Prophet has Octarine core, Invoker has Octarine core for the Radiant squad, so they're going to try to continue to augment their damage. Blink daggers all around as well on Prophet and Invoker. Trying to make sure they can stay mobile so they can get in and get out of those fights. Meanwhile, Skywrath Mage has himself a Veil of Discord for some more extra increase in his own damage. It's basically a good alternative to a Blink Dagger, or sorry, to an Aghanim Scepter, just in case he can't farm up for it. A little bit more sustainable in my opinion too, but that's just me. Meanwhile, oh, and Invoker's working towards a sheep stick now, so excuse me. So we'll see that come up soon. Enchantress forced to get herself out of BKB because BKB counters every piece of damage available on the side of the Dire squad. So definitely a good choice for her to go for. Already has an Aghanim Scepter, so why not? Actually has a full BKB fully finished up for her, so the only thing that can stop her really is Beastmaster's Roar, but that's not gonna cut the mustard when it comes to actually getting a kill. Now Enchantress is gonna go and scout out the Hawk, kills the Hawk for 60 gold and runs away. She could have stolen the Hawk if she really wanted to. You know, she actually gets jumped on. She's gonna drop the heal on just in time. Looks like TPs are coming in immediately. Zeus dropping his damage. It looks like BKB is gonna get popped by Enchantress. Not gonna be enough to keep her alive though. The damage will be there. The right clicks will be there. Unfortunately, all the nukes came out right before she's about to BKB. That Beastmaster Roar lasting long enough for them to dish out all the damage that they can and more, and forcing Enchantress to go down into the ground. Speaking of going down, we might see ourselves a nice little tower trade. We got a lot of treants coming up from Prophet, plus Skywrath Mage and the Spectre. They both do have TP scrolls available for them though, so they can TP back and defend. Speaking of TPing back and defend, Prophet trying to go around the backside, trying to do some creep cutting. Looks like he's going to be going down here in a few seconds. Does officially die, and now Prophet trying to get the kill on top of Dazzle with the treants, but treants unfortunately not going to be able to do enough. Meanwhile, the base is getting invaded right now. We got the creeps plus some Prophet treants, and now the Zeus is going to be all by his lonesome. Might be taking some damage here. No Octarine core available for him, so he's going to be forced to walk away. Meanwhile, damage coming too on top of the Spectre. Spectre does, unfortunately, get a little bit too close to the sun. Force out an Omniknight ulti, but that's really about it. And here Invoker Sunstrike. Sunstrike comes through and Force is going to miss. 4K player pops his own BKB. Invoker going to be going invisible. No, there's vision available on top of the Beastmaster, but he doesn't care. He kills a courier, so he doesn't give any cares about that. Losing that one. Courier going to be going down in the worst way possible. We got ourselves a Solar Crest coming out from Dazzle, so more evasion, more utility from that Dazzle. Sadly, no Force Staff. Oh no, he has a Force Staff. That's pretty much all he can afford. You know, Sunstrike from Invoker going to scout out that Roche. See that's not available, so nothing to really worry about just yet. As far as OD is concerned, he did in fact go for a Shiva's Guard because he knows there's a lot of right-click damage coming from his team. Speaking of coming out from his team, we got a lot of damage coming towards Invoker. He goes down. The vision from Zeus is going to be more than enough to keep him alive. And Zeus and crew going to be very happy about getting that kill on top of Invoker, and now we're going to see the Dire just march on down mid. We'll see if they can get themselves a kill. We have a lot of people dead on the side of the Radiant squad, but buybacks are available on Prophet, buybacks are available on Invoker and Spectre. So all the important cores have buybacks. I think they just may force a buyback from Invoker though. You know, down bottom, Beastmaster are going to go ahead and continue to push. AC plus that Inner Beast equals more right-click damage for everybody. More attack speed, that is, more attack speed. So Aura Master is officially a thing. Vladimir's offering AC. I don't know what other auras you can go for, but I think those are the two main ones. I don't know, are there any other auras? I guess you can go Mechanism. And Guardian Greaves. Oh, Guardian Greaves would be a good one. That'd be a nice one to see. So in OD, he did get the Shiva's Guard. He's working on his Sheepstick next. So he's trying to get as much intelligence as possible. Officially starting to stack intelligence. And Omni. Yeah, Omni. It's just Omni. Has something coming to him in the courier. I think it's gonna be some wards or nope, TP scrolls. Doing some D-ward and walking around, having a good time. We're all having a good time. And there we go. Spectre drops the ulti. Will she be able to find a kill? It's a big question. They ping on him. They're going to go for something. Omniknight is going to be the one to get caught out. And DA going to be in a lot of trouble. Has a heal available. Dazzle has a shallow grave too. The problem with BKB, they're going to force a lot of resources down here. But Omniknight taking so much damage. He will be kept alive because of shallow grave. But they're trying to get the gem. They will not be able to recover anything. Enchantress dies as well. The shallow grave from Dazzle a little bit too strong. Omniknight proven it'll be a little bit too tanky. Now we got Prophet in a lot of trouble. Getting scouted out by the creeps. OD shows up as well. The right click damage is going to be there. It looks like he does officially go down. Sunstrike from Invoker comes through too. Unfortunately, not a single person dying on the Dire squad. I did say the power peak coming up for the Dire is going to be about 20-30 minutes. That's basically it. But with the rotation that they're having coming off from them, they're definitely pushing themselves way past that. OD getting that BKB augmented with the fact that there's a Dazzle and an Omniknight on the enemy side. It basically makes it hard as hell to kill any single person. As we saw by Omniknight, I mean, he just got through all the abilities, all the focus, and he just didn't die. And Omniknight's not even that tanky, to be honest with you. Not that tanky right now. Prophet's still trying to split push. Unfortunately, he can't push fast enough. Can't push faster than 4 people technically. And OD, Sheepstick finished. It's gonna go in TPN. Invoker gonna go invisible as soon as he possibly can. There's the Axis coming out. Zeus drops the light, and looks like they will be able to see it. They drop more vision. It looks like, oh, nice tornado. Sheepstick is used, and it looks like Invoker officially gonna be dead. DED dead. OD feeling great, eating all that mana, trying to have all that essence in his aura. And his mana pool right now is ridiculous as crap. It's actually huge than a lot of people's HP pools would be at this point in the game anyway. But about a 3k mana pool, which means that it's going to be about 9% damage. So 9% of 3k. It's about 300 minus 30, essentially. Is that what that is? Yeah, 300 minus 30, so it's about 270. So 270 extra damage, assuming he's at full mana pool when the right click comes through. So that's... yeah. How much equivalent is that to another right click? I guess we'll find out later. We will see, said the blind man. I'll do math on it later. I really don't feel like mathing right now. Alright. So top tower going to be getting beat down. Prophet trying to do what he can. Push the waves back, but he can't really do much. I mean, slow Prophet. Meanwhile, Enchantress and Spectre on the other side trying to push their own lane, but unfortunately they're about to lose this nice little set of racks here. There should be racks for the Dire one way or another. They're going to be able to see everything. Tier 3 tower going to be going down. Rax is going to be going down as well. The Hawk going to be scouting out anything happening on the corner. Floppa taking some damage because, hey, why not? And Zeus getting so much heal right now. It's so annoying. And Zeus actually drops the ulti, just get a little bit more damage. Looks like they're going to try to go for a fight. Dazzle will be forced to have himself out of there. BKB comes out immediately from the Enchantress, trying to get some more right clicks, but Omniknight drops himself a nice little ulti. Meanwhile, Beastmaster blinks in. He drops the beautiful ulti on top of the Invoker. Invoker buys back immediately. GG well played coming out. Spectre dropping her own ulti, trying to get herself in this fight. Will she be able to get out of this? She will be able to get herself out of there. Jumps around the corner because, hey, why not? Might get a kill on top of Dazzle. Looks like the answer is going to be no. Dazzle just turned himself a kill, man-moding on top of Spectre. Spectre does officially go down. GG's coming out officially from the raiding squad. They're going to go and tap out this one. The Dire put on a very, very, very impressive show, showing that even though everybody on the side of the Dire squad can get countered by Magic Community, technically, the Radiant just didn't build into it. I mean, we only have, what, 2 BKBs, one on Spectre, one on Enchantress, and Enchantress needs more than a BKB. I think in this game she might need a Scotty too. She needs those extra stats. Enchantress stat gain is not the best in the world, so I've learned from first-hand experience.
Radiant's middle tower was smashed into pieces. Dire victory.
Alright, there we go. So that's gonna be it for the game, guys. Alright, so my name is CulBlu. Just a bunch of guys, this random pubcast. Random pubcast number 113. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to check out more of my stuff, feel free to check me out on my Twitch, which is when I do live. It's twitch.tv/CulBlu. That's CULBLU. Also, feel free to check me out on my YouTube channel, which is where I post all my VODs. That's going to be youtube.com/CulBluDota. That's CULBLUDOTA. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you guys whenever.